Hi everybody, this is Ix. I'm just flying around in my creative mode test world, playing with a prototype cow farm that I've put together. It's a little bit too efficient, apparently. So I had a whole bunch of cows in here. And there isn't that many left. I guess they're all in the slaughterhouse. Yes, okay. So, let's just look at the basic components. We've got 2 paddocks with feed stations. These are Railcraft feed stations, so they're going to regularly feed the cows to breed them, what cows are left. And there's 2 and a bit loops of track. The main track runs through the first paddock and checks. Sorry about that, just got sucked into my own system. The main track checks to see if the cow it picks up on the embarking rail here is matured. If it is a full-grown cow, it goes up this right-hand path here, up the elevator rail, comes up the top. That's a disembarking rail, and it drops the cow off. As you can see them getting thrown in there, like that. Those little calves are actually a mistake. They're only there because they were following a full-grown one. Probably the timer on the switch track here hadn't changed before they went through. I've got too many carts on the track now, I think. there was about 100 cars in here, I think, before. But, yeah, I think they're all in there. So, okay, so that's the first track. That's the first condition. So if they're fully grown, they go up there. If they're not fully grown, they go down the straight ahead path. There's another disembarking track just there, next to the gate. It drops them off. So basically this is the dumping ground for the not yet matured calves. Sometimes they run back into the next cart and get sucked back around. But that's no big deal, they just end up back over there. So yeah, it drops the calf off, goes through the gated track, comes back around, and back to the main junction again. And you'll notice there's a little loop in the middle here that's not actually connected to anything else. This is basically the thing that checks if any of the calves in the maturing paddock have grown yet. So it hops on the embarking track here, picks up the nearest calf. Next block here is a just a normal track, but underneath it is a an adult animal detector, which is basically the same thing I'm using over there on that first junction. So this thing here detects if they're an adult or not. If they are, then it turns off the disembarking track next door to it, and it takes the adult animal back over here, and it disembarks off this one. And if they're not an adult, if they're still a calf, then this disembarking track will still be on, because it's always on unless it's been told to be turned off for a small amount of time. And underneath there I've got a state cell and a knock gate. So it comes in, changes the state of this for a short time. The knock gate sends it the signal to turn this off, and then it drops off the calf like that. As you can see them occasionally getting thrown off. If that was a full-grown cow, actually, let's give it a full-grown cow. Spawn cow. Okay, so one of these will Maybe we'll just throw some more down here. Okay, so the fully grown cows. It's a bit fast to tell, but you can see they're all ending up over there. Calves usually get thrown out. Some of these are getting through because there's a fully grown one in front of them, because there's too many carts on the track. I went a bit overboard on the carts, as you can see. But yeah, originally I only had one cart on each track, but yeah, as is usually the way, you end up wanting to see instant results. So you throw a load on, and then it works a bit too well, which is basically what's happened here. Yeah. So yeah, so there's two different paddocks. They both got their different purposes. Eventually, the idea is all the fully grown ones stay in here. The calves are filtered out, and then as they mature, they're pulled out by the second track, and then eventually they all end up in there. And what's going on here is I've just got some solar panels on the top. These are low voltage solar arrays. I could have just had a bunch of small solar panels, didn't really need that. I just wanted some instant power, so I gave them that. But yeah, it runs on a 10-minute timer, so it could have been, it doesn't need very much power. That's an MFE, fully charged, as you see. Around the bottom here are some transposers. You can see them, they run all the way around. Every, I think two, I've got them on either side. I think there's two on either side, and one at the other end, I think. And that's to pick up items that the cows drop. And here, this turns on a Tesla coil, which is directly underneath the middle of the floor. And I've got the lever up here just so you can see what happens. And they all instantly drop. The idea is I'm going to have that attached to a timer or something. So that'll happen automatically, but that's just, I put it on a lever so I could show you guys what's going on. And then down here, I've got the Transposer Control, which is through this redstone pneumatic tube, controlled by a 10-minute timer. So this is set to 900 seconds. But I stuck a manual button on here so I can show you the goods. So the idea is this is basically for leather. I don't really need food in my survival game, but leather is a big issue. So yeah, there was I think 9 in there before or something. I forgot to open it and show you, but yeah. So I think I had a couple of cows in there earlier. But yeah, so with a bit of adjustment to how many carts are on the track, this system could work well. So I'll probably play with that. The other idea I thought of was maybe having the actual track underneath the ground or slightly above the ground. Since the embarking track teleports the nearest creature and you don't have to be, on the ground next to it, I don't think. And that way the carts wouldn't bump into cows. I don't know. Well, I'll have to play with that. But this is the prototype. And yeah, so far so good. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll probably do another one if I get a working one in my survival game. So yeah, see you all again.